chipped in money every month for the mortgage, bills, and other expenses. He made sure that the children got to school on time. Esteban was both the father and the husband, the two roles I had played my entire life. I knew it wouldn't be easy for me to let it all go, but I was gradually getting used to the idea. Now I could finally start dreaming about my own future. But that morning, after confirming my suspicion that my mother was not completely in love with the man she was marrying, I was afraid to think about the future. God only knew what that adventure might end. I had a feeling that it would not end well. But I would never thought that of all people, I would be the one to suffer the most. This marriage would blow up right in my face, and to this very day, I'm still not entirely sure why. Now for the cameras, shouted the journalist at the entrance of the impressive ranch right in the middle of the Semi-Valley Desert. The big day had arrived on September 8th, 2010. There was no turning back. Just sat back, relaxed, and prepared myself to enjoy the day with the rest of my family. White and yellow flowers blanketed the tables and filled the corners of the room. Everything from the music down to the last detail was fantastic. Even the speeches given by friends, family were perfect. The bride arrived in a carriage drawn by white horses, and the person in charge of officiating the whole ceremony was none other than my Tío Pete and his role as the pastor. Among the guests were people like Joan Sebastian, Gloria Trevi, Tito el Bambino, and Don Ramon Ayala, who made us dance until dusk. Jenni Rivera wanted the whole world to know that she was a lady with good taste and that she succeeded. Esteban looked quite elegant, and my mother in her Eduardo Lucero gown looked like a mermaid in love with her children, her parents, her siblings, and with the hundreds of friends and colleagues who came to join in the celebration, in love with her big moment, with the affection from her fans cheering from the outside of the hacienda, in love with life, in love with Esteban in her own way. My mother said yes in front of God with all the beautiful and sincere intent of learning to love him more with every single passing day. The problem is that when the heart makes demands, the reason is cast aside. There's no room for it in the mind to someone as rebellious and as passionate as my mother. Hey, mija, I don't know what's going on, but I saw your mother on the phone with someone crying in secret before the ceremony, Esteban told me later at the party. You saw her at the wedding dress before the ceremony? I chided in. I'm not superstitious. I'm just happened to see her outside in the garden. If everyone's here today, then who the hell is she talking to? Probably the guy Fernando. I've heard about him. I've heard the gossip. Even your own mother told me she still keeps in touch. Pops, calm down, I said, reassuring, though I knew the same. The call would only have been with Fernie. Eventually, Fernie himself confessed to me that it was in fact my mother who had called him to say goodbye, with all the love she had minutes before walking up to the altar. As time went by, I also realized that I had a confession to make. I have to apologize to Fernie because I pushed him out of my mother's life instead of letting them talk. Forgive me, Mother, because Fernie stopped calling for a long, long time, and I know how much he made you cry. Maybe we shouldn't have intruded when it comes to matters of the heart, for better or for worse. Long live the newlyweds, the guests cheered. The last toast to the perfect wedding ended well past midnight. The next morning they began their perfect marriage and my new reality.